And we're live. Good evening, good afternoon, good night, wherever you may be, and welcome to another scene in Mage from the Ashes. The scene is set in the chantry where we find Julie going on with her day.
That we do. Julie is currently in a fairly deep, but she's meditating as she normally does. It's not only something she does normally, it's also the fact that Lee has been somewhat insistent that she does it more, and perhaps he has some pointers as to how she does it. But she does spend a lot more time this ever since he took over her training, essentially. Well, that's what it's become. To point us on what to do, how to do it, different mantras, things like that.
Where is she meditating exactly?
She's probably in the temple.
Fair enough.
Yeah, she's in the temple.
Fair enough. After a couple of minutes of meditation, you feel the wind picking up, beating strongly, to the point in which it actually shakes you from side to side as you hear the
Uh,
uh,
Julie would probably get up at that point.
as you get up and open your eyes, not necessarily in that order, you see that you're not in Kansas anymore. You awaken from your meditation in front of a different temple.
Like a faint dude will be uttered as she just looks around, not really sure what to make of this.
And yeah, the wind is getting stronger and stronger to a point in which I'm going to ask you to roll me your dex athletics at the standard difficulty to keep your footing. Just give me a second so I can set up in the dice roller.
Dex athletics.
Go.
That's 3. That's 4. Yeah, that is 4. Roll the thing with the 4 dice. And I have 2 successes.
Yeah, even though the wind is blowing from every direction and suddenly shifts in it's either blowing from the front, from your front, then from your back, then from one of the sides, you manage to keep your footing. It's not very cold, but it's very strong.
That's always something. Julie doesn't like to freeze, but I suppose that's not really a concern, it seems. She's actually just going to take in the fact that it's not that cold for a moment. And she's just going to just look around, just take in this. Is this place, or is this temple in... does it bear any resemblance to what she remembers?
Like the one in the Horizon Realm?
Yes.
There are similarities. It's not the same temple.
No,
but there are similarities in the
calm you
architecture.
down a little bit. Okay. As she just looks around, she'll probably just say, "Hello."
You hear the echo going, hello, 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 hello.
Oh, that's just great.
You're a bit in front of this temple, so like probably 20, 30 meters away from the temple.
Um, do I have any recollection of what I was just doing?
Mm, yes, you were meditating in the temple and the chantry.
She's about to say something. She just looks around. Is this some kind of... But since there's no one here, it very quickly just dawns on her that this is probably a very pointless question because there's no one around. She just kind of... Okay. Retrace your steps. How did I get here? I got... she will just kind of just step back a little and just look around. She goes, maybe this isn't what I think it is. Maybe this is... This is strange, but I can deal with it. I can do this. I can do this. Okay, you can do this. Julie, it's cool. See what's in there. Fine. You'll get back. It won't be a problem. You can do this. Right. And she will just begin to somewhat hesitantly, but she will begin to approach the temple.
As you walk towards the temple, you hear the sound of wood against wood. Windows clattering, not window blinders clattering, and you also hear this sound.
As in the wind is shaking up things?
Yeah.
Well, she will...
As she enters the main hallway, the main room of the temple, you see that what is making that sound are two rows of wooden cylinders, which, if you want, you can make an educated guess what they are rolling.
like the prayer, not prayer, is the one you spin for prayers, right?
Yeah. It's called a prayer cylinder, but yeah,
Prayer cylinder. Yeah. Okay.
if you want to roll and make an educated guess,
Uh,
if Julie cares that much.
she is. Oh yes, she is. She does. The question is, what would intelligence, but
Intelligence, academics, or actually no. Roll me intelligence, Akashic lore, difficulty 5.
have the one success.
Yeah. They are prayer cylinders. People spin them in monasteries as a form of prayer. But usually they don't spin all by themselves.
Oh, so it's not just the wind. They are spinning more than the wind would normally. Well, you
No,
would expect.
they don't spin on by themselves. They're spinned by the wind.
Okay. All right. And she will just. She'll go over, have a look, and just see if she can recognize, maybe see something of interest. Who knows? She will probably just consider this place for what it is. Um, she'll just try and take it all in, and just for anyone looking at her, she would probably look as though she is contemplative and probably moreover somewhat awestruck when it begins to sink in what this place is. She will just see if she can maybe use one of the prayer cylinders as for its intended use.
As you walk up to the cylinders, you see they have. Actually, let's see. Yeah. With your knowledge of the Tibetan language, you see they have mantras written on them. Each cylinder is composed of like 3 smaller cylinders that spin independently. And you would know that usually you have to go past them and just like spin them with your hand.
And she would do so.
With every cylinder? With all of them as in?
Well, no, she's probably going to do, to start with, she's just going to do the ones that she understands the mantras of. That's probably not going to be everyone.
No, she would understand all of the mantras. All of them are in Tibetan.
Huh. Yeah, she's going to do, like, Lee might not be here, but she does want to make him proud, or at least happy. I mean, he has done quite a few things for Alp. He's helped her. She wants to at least pay homage to what he's trying to accomplish, what he's trying to learn. Well, what he wants to give her. She wants to, so yeah, she will, meditate on both of the mantras as she's able when she passes them.
As she works her hand on the cylinders, they stop. As in, they spin a bit from the inertia of Julie twisting them, but they stop afterwards. Even though the wind is still blowing, and it's blowing strongly, you hear it going through the windows, through every nook and cranny of this temple, going like. But the cylinders manage to remain immobile afterwards.
Julie will pause and be somewhat taken aback by this, but she will try to do her very best. She will actually try to keep her mind focused on the task at hand. This is strange, to say the least, but she will just, inside her mind, she'll go. She probably won't. Yeah. She will just say, "All right, center, focus," and she will just try to have herself, focus on what she's doing and not necessarily on the fact that these things suddenly stopped, even though she was probably curious about that.
Yeah. So you find nothing else of interest inside this room. You see there are doors on the sides and one door in the far end of the room that just like hit against each other.
Oh yeah, the clapping in the wind. Yes. Okay. She will go exploring as much as she can. She wants to see the ups and downs of this place. But is this like it's like an entrance, or is this like inside the temple proper?
No, you're inside the temple proper.
Okay.
From the main room, you've got a pair of doors on each side and a pair of doors in the far end.
She will check the sides first.
Roll me your perception. Awareness, standard difficulty.
One success.
There's something strange about this temple.
Obviously.
Hey, you just got one success.
No, but yeah, it's fine. Yeah, Julie just she's gonna keep her eyes open, but she is gonna continue with what she was planning on doing.
You see little, like, you enter this corridor that has doors on each side, single doors this time, not like the double doors you came in through. Um, but nothing in particular catches your eye.
It's just a room. It's just a room of the temple. There's no furniture or anything.
No, there's like there is no furniture.
Okay. She will check the other door.
Yeah, you just see little rooms that maybe have like a mat on the floor, or like a little prayer corner, like a little statue of a deity. Uh, Maybe some small cups, metal cups with sand, and there's ash on top of that sand, which probably gives you the impression that there were incense sticks burning in those cups at some point.
Mm-hmm.
And you pretty much find the same thing as you make your way through the corridor. The corridor, after you reach the end, it suddenly turns to the right.
Okay. I mean, she'll follow it. She'll see what this leads to. There isn't like any incense left, right?
No. You proceed down the corridor and you see the same things, doors on each side. The small rooms on each side with pretty much the same thing. And yeah, as you reach the end of this side of the corridor, it turns right once more.
So it's going back to where she came. If it's
Yeah,
turning right, then right. Well,
it
it needs 2 more
circles.
turns. That's what's going to be her. Well, that's what she's going to be looking out for. But yeah, for the moment, she will just. Yeah, she will continue.
Yeah, it circles the temple as far as you can tell. And at the end of the last side of the corridor, after the second right turn, you see at the end of the corridor double doors.
She'll go over and open.
And you get back into the main room with the cylinders.
So it is just a way around. Okay. So now there is only the door at the far end to look out for,
Yep.
or with. Okay. Okay. That actually is not that weird and makes quite a bit of sense to her. So she's somewhat more comfortable now. She will have a look at these doors straight ahead.
Yeah, you have a feeling you can open them easily, even though they're closed but not locked together, so they still like bang on each other and
Mm-hmm.
tick, 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 that wood against wood sound. Does she open them?
She will.
As you open them and go through, you notice a completely different sort of image. Instead of this beautiful, highly ornamented temple, which you have seen, you see. Just give me a second. You see this. You see the interior courtyard of the temple, but things have overgrown. The temple looks like it's collapsing for all intents and purposes. There's this huge overgrown tree whose looks like it's growing from one of the walls. It's not unlike the picture.
Hmm.
With its roots going towards a middle square area that has this metal brazier in the middle of it. And in the middle of that brazier, in the middle of the sand on the brazier, you find one single, perfectly vertical incense stick.
Just standing. Just.
Yep.
Uh,
You hear the wind pick up again. You hear the clatter of wood against wood, the clatter of tile against tile. You see the roof tiles of this temple start banging against each other. You hear the rustling of the leaves, and it gets a bit colder.
um. Okay. There isn't anything else here. No doors or anything.
No,
Okay. Julie will get closer and just see if she can. She'll probably try to take the stick.
you can't. It's stuck there. You can't move it. You can't remove it. You can't anything. It's stuck there.
She'll scratch her head and says, "Oh, well, that's weird."
You hear the sound of something collapsing behind you.
Oh shit! Not again. That is literally what she will say. Because something just clicks in her mind. Oh, she remembers something, and she will run back and see what the hell just happened.
As you run back to the middle section, you see it as it is, not new, not bright, not the way it looked like when you came in. It looks decrepit, it looks abandoned, and you see one of the girders from upstairs basically just collapsing, blocking the door out. And there's a lot of rubble and dust, and you hear this really high-pitched awkward creak, like, and let's see, do you have common sense?
Yes, I do.
Something tells you that's not the way back. And that something, if you hang around there too much, something might fall on your head and kill you.
Yeah, she is. Yeah, she's probably gonna go away, move fast. However, she is. Does she get the sense that like it's coming, like it's something that started where she started and is coming towards her, or it's
Yeah,
just
yeah, it's coming towards her.
okay? Then she will try to get as far away from it as possible. Although she is probably going to. Well, she can't get away from this courtyard, by the way I understood it. So, she's probably gonna go for the stick and just see if she can light it somehow. Or
You can see anything around that you might light it with. Roll me a perception alertness difficulty 7.
have
Mm.
two successes.
In front of the brazier, you see there is a very worn, very thin little pillow that you didn't notice the first time you walk in. And there is the outline. It looks like a triangle, which you might be led to believe is the mark, the 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 print that someone leaves when they sit in a lotus position facing that stick.
She quickly just looks back. Just
You hear another thing collapsing and
and she goes, "Okay, okay, you can do this. Inner peace, inner peace, inner peace." Okay. And against her, actually, I will. Fuck it. And she bosses her willpower roll. Yeah, Julie will just say, "Okay, I'm doing this," and she will sit down and try to block off, first of all, the thoughts of whatever is behind her. Just, just begin to close off everything around her. Just focus, focus, relax, and
roll
just.
me your. What do you usually roll with meditation?
Well,
So
I have the meditation stat thingy.
yeah, I know. What you just roll it by
Wit.
itself, or with? I thought it was with wits.
Yeah, I would say it's wits.
Okay, then roll me your wits meditation.
That is 3.
3 successes. You manage to block the impending doom of a freaking ancient temple falling on your head. As you sit down in the lotus position and manage to breathe, does she have her eyes closed yet or not?
Oh, she will close her eyes.
Okay.
That's probably one of them.
You hear this little sound.
That could be a good or a bad thing, but right now it's not in Julie's. She's trying to block it all out. She's trying to just
You
focus.
start smelling incense,
Well,
and the creaks behind you stop. The wind, even if it's as strong as it always was since you arrived here, isn't as cold anymore.
Actually, Julie would just sit there and enjoy the fact that she's at least have some calm and not having, well, lots of stuff smash on her. She's been shot at quite enough for quite some time now. It, it, it's good. There are less people and less things putting her in physical danger. That is a good thing. She is happy with this. But she will maintain, just try to calm herself down, just try to focus as much as possible, of course.
What do you do? What does she do, actually?
She will, at some point, she will just slowly begin to come to. And
Does she continue to meditate? That's my question.
um, yeah, like at some point she will, but like she will actually continue for quite some time. But I mean,
Okay.
that depends on. Well, then again, like when you're meditating, it's from someone who has done it quite a bit. Sometimes time is,
Relative, I know.
yeah, like probably like uh physical, like if she becomes hungry, she'll probably stop or something. But just at the minute, she probably won't stop unless there is like a new development of something.
Okay.
But
Roll me your wits meditation again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Whoa. The wind stops completely. You still feel the smell of incense. Nothing moves around you. It's this serene silence of hearing only your own breath and your own heartbeat. But there's no outside sound except you hear this very, very faint sound of burning incense. It's little crackles, burning wood.
she is happy with this. This is good. But even that is, for the moment, put to the side quite fast, as meditation is not necessarily not to think, but it is the ability to make the thoughts and the feelings that come up, to get them out of the way as soon as possible, so one can relax and truly meditate as long as possible. And more effectively is just ciphering off the thoughts that come. So this thought as well will be pushed to the side, and she will just again focus on her breath.
Roll it. Roll me meditation, wits meditation again. Two, three.
4. I'm on fire today.
Yeah. You stop sensing the smell of incense. And out of nowhere, you hear the sound of a very large gong going like dong. And unconsciously, you open your eyes. You see the inside of the temple looking pristine. You see In the brazier in front of you, there are many incense sticks that burn. The middle one is burned completely. You see people in robes around you, in the same position as you are, meditating, praying, connecting with the universe. You feel, hear the second time this gong, this bell, this strong, deep, metallic sound going like dong, and unconsciously you feel the need to stand up.
She will.
As you look around, you see clear skies. You hear the chirping of little birds. It's a very zen feeling, everything. Uh, you hear this background noise of the people around you chanting Om in perfect synchron. There's this low hum, low stable vibration of like Om. You hear the third gong. Dong. You feel your eyes close. And as you open them again, you find yourself in the lotus position, back in the temple, in the temple in the chantry.
As she begins to come to, she will just go like, "That was fucking weird." Kind of blinks a couple of times, not really sure. Just she looks around, just seems to just get a beat on where, like, is she back? Is this another weird thing going on? Like, she's just gonna.
Perception awareness, difficulty
Okay.
5.
Now watch me botch this. What did I say? What? I called it. I fucking called it.
This is a weird part of your vision.
Yeah, like this is way too weird. Like Julie is just not sure at all about all of this, and yeah, she is gonna carefully just begin to walk around and just see what's up in this place and just see what's gonna happen. And I mean, who knows?
As you walk around, you pretty much figure it out that after a while, it takes you about an hour. You figure out that your vision is over and this is the actual temple.
Uh, I'm not gonna lie, she is gonna feel a little bit stupid when she figures that out. But
Yeah.
hey,
But
uh, she,
somehow she feels a lot calmer. Even the fact that she realizes that this might be another part of a challenge, it doesn't scare her. There is this very uh, she's very at peace. There's it is a very straightforward. Okay, I have to do this now. But somehow you feel lighter. You feel your body lighter, and also she feels more connected to the universe around her.
a, a visibly happy Julie will just kind of to no one, but hey, she'll just do like her best. Like she's seen in like, let's be honest, she's been to India and stuff, but like it, what's probably going to be more of a reference for her in this case, she's essentially just going to do her best like kung fu bow, as one would do to like just signal that like a good lesson was learned or something in a kung fu movie.
Mm.
To no one essentially, but she's just gonna do that even though no one is around, and she probably looks silly doing it.
You have a feeling in the back of your head that somewhere on a plane of existence, someone is returning the gesture to you. You can't see them, you can't hear them, you somehow feel them.
Julie will just look around when she begins to feel that. This is in Julie's mind not cool. But then again, there's not too much she can do about it, and well, honestly, she would want to have a word with someone at some point, but apparently that is not today. But she just thinks for a moment on this, and yeah, she will just, after a little while, she will just, yeah, she'll probably just get back to her duties actually, because she actually does have shit to do.
And unless you want to add anything else, I believe we can call this a scene.
All right, we will call it a scene.
And thank you, players, for playing. Thank you, watchers, for watching. This has been Living World of Darkness, Mage from the Ashes.